Hello and welcome to the fourth tutorial of She Knows It. And today we're going to be installing an IDE. Now an IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, which is a very fancy word. And basically all it means is it's a program that's going to help us create our Java programs. So we won't have to use Notepad anymore, and it will make our life a lot easier. So we'll be using Netbeans. So if we go to www.netbeans.org, you're going to find this site, and you can see the latest version is 6.1. So just click download Netbeans IDE, and they've got a whole different bunch of packs here that you can download. Now you're going to want just the Java SE Standard Edition. That's only 31 megabytes compared to 221 megabytes if you want all the features that Netbeans provides. You can see that Netbeans works with a whole lot of other languages as well, like C, C++, and Ruby. And so it's really useful if you're going to be getting into some other development stuff as well. So this is Netbeans. You'll see that it comes up with a start page, and you can just close that. A good little view over here is the projects view. That shows you all the projects that you've got. You can see that I've got a few different projects here. And the one with the coffee cup besides them, they're Java projects. You can see here I can expand it, and I've got some packages in here. I haven't talked about packages before, but they're just glorified folders basically for storing your Java files. And it just groups your files together. I can set this as the main project and open up one of these Java files that I've got here, main.java, and it opens up in the right pane here. And if you have a look, I've got a Java main method, so that's where my project's going to start from. And to run my project, I just need to click the Run button, and it runs the project, and it sticks all the output in this little window down here. So a very handy thing for these little panes is you can see up here that you can minimize the window to the left, and you can pin it to the side. So to get started, you're not going to have any of these projects, so you need to create one. So can you either go File, New Project, or Control-Shift-N, or else you can click on this icon, and that will create your new project. You want to choose a Java application. Next, we're going to stick in our project name. Now, unlike most other things in Java, you can have spaces in your project name. So I'm just going to call it Test Netbeans. And you can see down here that create main class is ticked, and set main as main project is also ticked. So when we create this project, it's going to be our main project. And you can also see the test Netbeans here, and that's generated from the project name, and it's going to be our main package. This here, main, is going to be our main class that's going to be created for us. So if we click finish, that's going to create a new project, and you can see it appear on the side here as well. I'm just going to close everything down here. You can see here that here's our Test Netbeans project, and here's our Test Netbeans package, and here's our main class. So it was all created for us from the default values that we stuck in that little window. So if we open main.java just by double clicking, you can see there's the main method down here. So this is where our code is going to run from. As an example, maybe we can start writing some code. Let's make an int. So an int is just a number, a whole number. And we'll print out the number. As I type, Netbeans comes up with all the different possibilities that I could choose, all the different methods. And up here it's got a description of what the method does. So it's really useful. Of course, you don't get this if you're typing in Notepad. For instance, we can scroll down here and we can choose we want to print an int with a new line. So it actually stuck in count in there, so it's quite clever. As you can see, Netbeans underlines your code if it's not correct in some way. So if I hover over here, it's telling me that count might not have been initialized. And I know what that error message means. After programming for a while, it means that I have to actually assign a value to my variable. Now if we come down here, we might do something like setting count to be itself plus 10, so it's going to increase count by 10. And then maybe we can just print the new value of count. And if we save that, we can just push the little run button up here and it's going to run our code. And hopefully it's going to print out 0 because count was 0, and then hopefully 10 because we increased it by 10. You can see that it's running and it has printed 0 and 10. So this is a good little example of how Netbeans works. It's quite a smart little program. And it's going to make creating a Java program a lot easier than if we're using something like Notepad. This is the last She Knows It video where we are setting up for Java programming. From here on in we're going to be focusing mainly on Java programming, and that means that we're going to be learning the Java language and learn all its different features. We're going to be using Netbeans, of course, that's the whole purpose of this video. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of the features that Netbeans has to offer in further tutorials. So I look forward to seeing you in the next tutorial where we'll be getting into some Java.